Good morning, students. Welcome to class 1. For your second semester, I shall be taking Chemistry Paper 2. In that, Unit 2, which includes 2 chapters, that is, Chemical Bond and Reactivity and Oxidation Reduction Chemistry. So, students, first we shall start with Oxidation Reduction Chemistry. Over here, we are going to discuss the classical concept of oxidation and reduction, oxidizing agents, reducing agents, rules to calculate oxidation number with suitable examples, balancing redox reactions, redox stability in water, Latimer diagram, Frost diagram, and application of redox chemistry. So let's get started. Students, we know that chemical reaction is a process in which a single substance or many substances called as reactants interact with each other to produce one or more substances, that is products. And the different types of chemical reactions are precipitation reactions, acid-base neutralization reactions, and oxidation reduction or redox reactions. In today's lecture, we are going to study about redox reactions. Redox is an abbreviation of reduction and oxidation. The reactions in which both oxidation and reduction reactions occur simultaneously, that is together, are called redox reactions. Students, we know that in a redox reaction, one species gets oxidized by loss of electrons. The electrons thus released are accepted by other species, which in turn gets reduced. Thus, redox reactions involve transfer of electrons from one species to other species. Hence, these reactions are electron transfer reactions. So, students, as shown in the above reaction, each zinc atom loses 2 electrons and is oxidized to Zn2 plus ions, and the electrons released by zinc atom are accepted by copper ion. In this process, copper ion gets reduced to metallic copper atoms. So, the net reaction is the simultaneous oxidation and reduction, which involves transfer of electrons from metallic zinc to cupric ions. Hence, it is an example of electron transfer reaction. Now, the question arises why we should study redox reactions. Well, let us see the answer to the above question. Large number of natural, biological, and industrial processes involve redox reactions. Combustion of fuels like gasoline, oil, natural gas, and combustion of hydrocarbons involve redox reactions. In metallurgy, the extraction of the metallic elements from their ores also involves redox reactions. And household bleaching, functioning of batteries, corrosion of metals, etc. are some of the common examples which too involves redox reactions. So, a need was felt to study redox reactions. Students, according to the classical concept, oxidation is defined as the combination of an element or a substance with oxygen. Nowadays, the term oxidation is defined as the addition of oxygen or electronegative element to the substance, or removal of hydrogen or electropositive element from a substance. Similarly, according to the classical concept, reduction is defined as the removal of oxygen from a compound. Nowadays, the term reduction is defined as the removal of oxygen or electronegative element from a substance, or addition of hydrogen or electropositive element to a substance. Next is oxidation number. To explain the redox reactions involving formation of molecular compounds, the concept of oxidation number was introduced, which has also been proved useful in balancing the redox reactions. So, the oxidation number or oxidation state of an atom in a molecule or ion is defined as the number of charges it would carry if electrons were completely transferred. Now, consider the rules to assign oxidation number to an atom in any molecule or ion. First rule states that the oxidation number of an atom in free elemental state or in allotropic form is always 0. Here, the hydrogen, calcium and chlorine are in the elemental state, whereas phosphorus and sulfur are in allotropic form. Their oxidation number is 0. Second rule states that the oxidation number of an atom in monoatomic ion is equal to its charges. Over here, the oxidation number of sodium ion, that is Na plus ion, is +1. Similarly, for calcium ion, it is +2. For chromium ion, it is +3. And for chloride ion, it is -1. Third rule states that the oxidation number of hydrogen atom when bonded to non-metal is +1, while that of hydrogen atom bonded to electropositive element or metal is -1. In this case, hydrogen is bonded to non-metal, that is chlorine atom, so its oxidation number is +1. Similarly, hydrogen is bonded to metal in the other case like sodium and calcium, so its oxidation number is -1. Fourth rule states that the oxidation number of oxygen in oxides is -2, while in peroxide it is -1. Only in OF2 molecule the oxidation number of oxygen is +2. Over here, the oxidation number of oxygen in magnesium oxide and calcium oxide is -2, whereas oxidation number in hydrogen peroxide is -1. Fifth rule states that the oxidation number of halogen is -1. But when chlorine, bromine, iodine is bonded to oxygen, it becomes +1. Remember students, fluorine is always -1, while alkali metals is always +1. On the other hand, alkaline earth metals is always +2. Sixth rule states that in a neutral molecule, the algebraic sum of the oxidation number of all atoms of the molecule is 0. And the seventh rule states that the charge on a polyatomic ion is equal to the algebraic sum of the oxidation number of all constituent atoms of the ion. On the basis of oxidation number concept, oxidation is defined as a process in which species loses one or more electrons and its oxidation number increases. Over here, metal M loses n number of electrons and gains n number of positive charge. So over here, oxidation number increases from 0 to +n. So this increase in oxidation number is known as oxidation. Next is reduction. Reduction is defined as a process in which a species gains one or more electrons and its oxidation number decreases. Over here, the species X gains n number of electron and gains n number of negative charge. So over here, oxidation number decreases from 0 to -n. So this decrease in oxidation number is known as reduction. Oxidizing agent or oxidant is a substance that accepts electrons and undergoes decrease in oxidation number, that is reduction. Or we can also say that oxidizing agent is a substance which itself undergoes reduction and causes oxidation of another species. Reducing agent or reductant is a substance that donates electrons and undergoes increase in oxidation number, that is oxidation. Or we can also say that reducing agent is defined as a substance which itself undergoes oxidation and brings about reduction of another species. Students, now let us try to calculate the oxidation number of an atom in a molecule or ion. For example, sodium borohydride. Over here, we need to calculate oxidation number of boron in sodium borohydride. So we know that sodium being alkali metal, its oxidation number is +1. Over here, hydrogen, as it is bonded to boron metal, its oxidation number is -1. So we need to calculate oxidation number of boron. So we can consider it as X. Now let us see the calculation. So over here, on substituting the values, we get the oxidation number of boron in sodium borohydride as +3. Next is calculate oxidation number of chromium in potassium dichromate, that is K2Cr2O7. So over here, potassium is alkali metal, so its oxidation number is +1. Oxygen, its oxidation number is -2. So now let us consider oxidation number of chromium as X. So there are 2 potassium atoms, therefore 2 into 1. There are 2 chromium atoms, therefore 2 into X. And there are 7 oxygen atoms, therefore 7 into -2. So on further calculation, we get the value of oxidation number of chromium, that is K2Cr2O7, as +6. Next is calculate oxidation number of chromium in chromate ions, that is CrO4 2-. So over here, let us consider the oxidation number of chromium as X and that of oxygen is -2. So there are 4 atoms of oxygen. So we can write as X plus 4 into -2 is equals to -2. Students, generally in neutral molecules, we write sum of all oxidation number as 0. But in this case, sum of all oxidation number is equal to its charge. Therefore, we have to write over here -2. So on substituting, we get the oxidation number of chromium as +6. Next is calculate oxidation number of chlorine in chlorate ion, that is ClO4-. So students, let us calculate the oxidation number of chlorine. So first consider oxidation number of chlorine as X and oxidation number of oxygen as -2. So there are 4 atoms of oxygen. So on substituting the values, we get X plus 4 into -2 is equals to -1. So on further calculation, we get the oxidation number of chlorine as +7 in chlorate ion. Next is calculate oxidation number of carbon in oxalate ion, that is C2O4 2-. So over here, there are 2 atoms of carbon and 4 atoms of oxygen. So we can write as oxidation number of carbon as X. So on substituting the value, we get 2X plus 4 into -2 is equals to -2. On further calculating, we get the oxidation number of carbon as +3. So students, in our today's lecture, we have started with the topic of oxidation reduction chemistry. We have defined the terms oxidation, reduction, its classical concept as well as the electron transfer concept. Similarly, oxidation and reduction on the basis of oxidation number. Then we have also discussed oxidation number. We have seen rules to calculate oxidation number. We have also defined the terms oxidizing agent and reducing agent.